What up? What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Select Your Character. At the time we're recording this video, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I am sick. Bleh. Yeah, I'm not feeling well at all, but that's okay. This is actually a special episode. This one's about Pauline. You call it a Valentine's Day special since it's Mario's first love. But yeah, I've been wanting to cover this character for a while now, ever since the original Donkey Kong. I've been wanting to talk about her. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this one. Peace out. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys. Also, thank you so much for almost 400 subscribers.
Believe it or not, when I was originally planning this series, this episode was actually the last one that I wanted to do. But thanks to you guys supporting the series so much and the channel so much, that plan has since changed. That being said, this will not be the last episode of Select Your Character, but starting now I won't really have a schedule anymore, and we'll focus more on characters that you guys request from me, so leave all your favorite characters in the comments below. If I haven't already covered them, I'll do my best to cover as many of them as possible in the future. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the famous, the stylish, and the extremely all-time classic, Pauline. Now, if you're a knowledgeable Mario superfan like I am, you're probably asking yourself, why did it take this long to make an episode about Mario's first girlfriend? I mean, think about it, she even appeared before Princess Peach and Luigi. This is because while the series is mainly about character analysis, lately I've been going game by game, and even console by console. GameCube gave us Bowser Jr., so I covered him. Wii gave us Rosalina, so I covered her too. Following along? I couldn't really think of a specific Mario character that truly defined the Wii U era or any of its games except maybe, I don't know, Nabbit. But like I said earlier, that's what the comments section as well as the future videos are for. So with that being said, it's finally time to move on to the Nintendo Switch era, or as I often like to call it, the Renaissance of Pauline. But before we talk about what's arguably her most popular modern role as the city mayor in Super Mario Odyssey, we must journey all the way back to the arcade days and Pauline's original conception. Honestly, this is such a beautiful full circle moment. Pauline was originally created in 1981 for the game Donkey Kong and was created by the all-powerful Shigeru Miyamoto, who was the same genius behind both Mario and, well, Donkey Kong. If you saw my first ever episode of this series where I talk about the Big Ape and his original conception, you might already know that the characters of Mario, Pauline, and DK are actually all based off of characters from the Popeye the Sailor Man cartoon, with Pauline's direct inspiration being Popeye's love interest and damsel in distress, Olive Oil. So in her first few years, Pauline was pretty much just that, a damsel in distress. She didn't really serve any other purpose at the time other than that. The only slight sliver of unique personality that you could maybe argue for comes from this piece from a Donkey Kong coloring book where she's pictured to be a singer with a backup band. Oh, I cannot wait for this to come back later. In fact, this character was so underdeveloped that the majority of the development, she didn't even have a name, they just called her Lady. It's cause she's a fucking lady, get it? To this day, some people still argue that Lady and Pauline are actually two separate characters, and to that I say, dude, get a life. It wasn't until the Donkey Kong arcade game was released worldwide when this random-ass lady would adopt the much better and more unique name, Pauline. However, after her original run in the arcades with Donkey Kong, things would start to look bleak for our favorite one-up girl. You see, with the Super Mario Bros. Series taking the franchise to a completely different level, especially now with the addition of Princess Peach to replace Pauline as the damsel in distress and main female lead, Mario and Donkey Kong hadn't really had it out in a while, unless you count the friendly tennis outings, which I don't. Without the whole Mario versus Donkey Kong theme, there wasn't really a need to have Pauline as a character, so she kinda just went into hiding for a while. However, though, in 1994, the Donkey Kong series would also be revitalized with a brand new coat of paint, but what some people don't know is that the exact same year came a much more classic Donkey Kong game on the Game Boy. This game, simply titled Donkey Kong, but also known as Donkey Kong 94, was actually an upgraded and much longer version of the original arcade game, and you know what that means. Oh yeah, there she is! Pauline was finally back in with a brand new design with dark hair, a red cocktail dress, and a generally just very city girl look. After another short hiatus period, Pauline would make another grand return in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong spin-off series from the early 2000s. These games had Mario and Pauline opening a toy factory to make these little mini mechanical Marios, and Donkey Kong would usually get pissed off about something and kidnap Pauline. It's weird. Now it's up to you and the mini Marios to do some puzzle platforming to rescue her. While I haven't played most of these games and I don't absolutely love them or the idea of them, I do appreciate the series for acting as an outlet for Pauline to exist in this era. But it wasn't until 2017 with the release of the Nintendo Switch when Pauline would have her biggest, most important role in a Mario game since the original Donkey Kong. Super Mario Odyssey. Enough said. I literally don't even know where to begin. This is my favorite video game of all time. The controls, the graphics, the exploration aspect, everything about this game is perfect. From its captivating and full of life story to its beautifully mastered sandbox-style open world, Super Mario Odyssey will go down in history as one of the greatest pieces of art ever created by man. But most importantly, you can do this little dance. In this game, you travel the world in the Odyssey, your new airship that's shaped like a top hat. Oh yeah, you know how this game was all cats? Well, this one's all hats. On my Dr. Seuss shit today. So one of the many kingdoms you travel to in this game is known as the Metro Kingdom, more specifically, New Donk City. Now, in case you're like, stupid, New Donk City is a parody of New York City, and is actually confirmed to be the original site of the events of the first Donkey Kong game. There's even a giant construction building with red girders you have to get to the top to, just like in the original game. Here, Pauline is not only seen as a performer, kind of like that original coloring book page, but she's also been promoted to the trusted mayor of New Donk City as well. Much like every other aspect of this game, the Metro Kingdom is filled to the brim with so many callbacks and references, this time to the original Donkey Kong game as well as the entirety of the Donkey Kong franchise. We got original arcade artwork graffitied on the wall, the previously mentioned red girders and construction zones. You can go around the city collecting all of Pauline's things just like in the arcade. You've got Cranky Drive, Dixie Theater, and even... I think we should send someone over to investigate this business as quickly as possible. Thank you. It's safe to say that since her grand return in Super Mario Odyssey as both a famous singer as well as the mayor of New Donk City, Pauline has officially stood her ground and over time has become one of the main characters in the Mario spin-off cast, making her debut in Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and Mario Party all in the span of just a couple years. That's like Waluigi levels of impressive. Damn, dude, Rosalina ain't got nothing on her. Oh, wait, yes she does, she's in Smash. I mean, honestly, it's about time. This is Mario's original girlfriend we're talking about. She was the first ever female Nintendo character ever created. Miss Pac-Man might have invented the game, but Pauline was also there. I also like that she can now act as a doubles partner for Rosalina in games where everyone else has one. I mean, it just works. You got Mario and Luigi, Peach and Daisy, Wario and Waluigi, and now Rosalina and Pauline. It's kind of sad to think that her whole act of being rescued was stolen by Princess Peach, who then went on to become one of the most famous video game characters of all time. However, this forced Pauline to reinvent herself and adopt a more unique personality, and honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. Hopefully with the Nintendo Switch 2 getting closer and closer, Pauline will remain an important character within both the mainline and spin-off Mario franchises for years to come. I think it would be really cool to see Pauline as a playable character in a mainline 2D Mario game, kind of like how we got Daisy in Wonder and Rosalina in 3D World. She's already confirmed to be one of the playable racers in the next new Mario Kart game, so far so good. I hope to see plenty more of her in the future. Until then, I'll be bumping her music in my headphones all day long. Thanks for watching.